sitting here for, what, 55 years now. Half an hour away. Basically giving the biggest superpower in the world the stiff middle finger.
50-plus years of animosity, embargo, rationing, and Fidel Castro is still hanging on. But recently, there are powerful indications that everything is about to change.
We are at Jaimanita, a little fishing town. This place is called Casa Santi, owned by two brothers that go out and fish every morning and bring fresh seafood.
Okay, humble fishing village, traditional fishing family.
Yes.
We're about to eat sushi. What's going on in this country, man?
Things are changing, Anthony. What can I say? My name is Hugo Cancio. I was born in Cuba. I was in one of Cuba's most prominent schools. When I made a joke about President Fidel Castro, I was a teenager, and the kid that slept on the bunk bed on top of me recorded that conversation, and I was expelled from school. My mom said the only choice is for us to leave Cuba. I'm a businessman. I've lived in Miami for 35 years. It's my home base. I come back and forth to Cuba. I've been coming to Cuba for over 20 years. I mean, Cuba is a communist country in economic transition. You know, since Raul Castro allowed Cubans to establish more businesses, there are people that are making money. There are people that have created a tremendous amount of wealth.
People with family connections to the States, people tied to the exploding tourist industry, small business owners, taxi drivers, people operating in ever-changing gray areas of what is permissible.
How's it work right now? If you're Cuban, you can sell your property
to another Cuban.
To another Cuban.
From Cuba. And that's what's happening right now. A lot of Cuban Americans and a lot of Cubans living abroad are now coming back and through relatives are buying property. Obviously, somebody has touched this building with some kind of investment. It's renovated. It seems to be like a hotel. Somebody bought the building and turned it into a little hotel.
However you feel about the government, however you feel about the last 55 years, there aren't many places in the world that look like this. I mean, it's utterly enchanting.
It's very seductive.
There is no doubt in my mind that somewhere in the offices of like the Four Seasons hotel chain, they're looking at the seafront and thinking, you know, one of these days, you know, and cruise ships, you know, what happens then?
Well, look,
Is this inevitable march of progress? Am I being a snob?
No, you're being very realistic, and that's the concern of most Cubans. I wouldn't mind seeing one or two Starbucks around Havana, but I'm hoping that we don't go back to 1958, where the majority of Cuban companies were owned by American corporations. Right. I have got to believe that Cuba want to preserve some of the value that represents, you know, the hearts and soul of the Cuban people.
Last time I was in Havana, a meal at a paladar would have been rice and beans. Now, sushi, a certain sign of impending apocalypse.
That's good.
Yeah. 10 years ago, this restaurant would have never been allowed, not only because private businesses were not allowed, but the external influence that you're seeing. Remember, this is a country where chewing gum or listening to the Beatles were prohibited. I don't think we all need to have Twitter every day. I mean, one of the things I love about coming to Cuba is the fact that I could put my iPhone away. Who cares? Look what we have around us. And I hope that Cubans, as they continue to have access to free information, they will still want to preserve these family times.
Tourists have been coming to Cuba for some time. Predominantly Europeans, many of them men of a certain age looking for, how shall we say, company. But now it looks like Americans looking to live out fantasies of Godfather 2 will soon be able to do so. And it's all still here for them. But there's new stuff, too. This is certainly new. Fábrica de Arte, the hottest spot in Havana. a nightclub, performance space, art gallery, highlighting artists, musicians, and DJs from around the world. Questlove is scheduled to DJ here tomorrow night.
It's like a big bag when all the art can fit inside.
What is going on here? I ask Inti Herrera and Ex Alfonso, two of the young entrepreneurs behind the place.
Nothing like this ever existed before. Did the Government Bureau of Arts help you?
We have, at the beginning, we have subsidies from the Ministry of Culture. Even the building, we asked for the building because it was abandoned for 30 years.
The place is very popular.
Right now, yes.
Who comes here?
It's people that love art, but at the same time, it's very diverse.
It attracts a once unthinkable mix of foreigners and locals and enjoys the actual support of the government, without whom, of course, it couldn't exist.
Our chef here, Lisette, is part of the art world, you know, here.
A ceviche of dogfish with pickled vegetables. Loin of pork, pan-seared with yuca, and a riff on a traditional orange sauce with garlic and coriander.
Good.
Very good.
What do you think's going to happen when the door opens and you've got hundreds of thousands of Americans flooding here, looking desperately to spend money on anything Cuban?
I don't know, man. We are a small country, no? We have to adapt to new things, but I think it's a good challenge.
I guess I'm asking, how do you keep it real when you'll all probably be millionaires in a few years?
Us?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Y no es el objetivo nuestro hacer millonarios.
It's not our goal in life, but that's...
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're gonna have those more factories.
More factors. All right, so here we're at Chinatown, such as it is. But are there any Chinese left in Havana?
No. There's a few new Chinese.
Right.
At one point, the Chinese community in Cuba was huge, but they pretty much cleared out after the revolution, as did most of the Russian Jewish emigres who were here. So the state has erected a few quintessentially Chinatown gates, mustered the 14 Chinese people left in Havana to summon their relatives.
For more than 35 years, Jon Lee Anderson has been reporting from conflict zones such as Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Iraq, and Afghanistan.
I lied about my age and traveled around Africa. When I was 13, I told people I was 26.
In the early 1990s, while researching a biography of Che Guevara, he and his family moved to Cuba and ended up staying for 3 years.
You lived here during the special period, which was not so special. That was the bad times.
That was the
When
bad time.
The Russians had pulled out, Soviets all done.
The economy went like this.
Completely
90%, it just tanked.
Cuba lost 80% of its import goods, which led to widespread hunger, malnutrition, and a nosedive for the already difficult quality of life on the island.
There was one place where we could buy food, which was a Soviet-style place with food that was flown in, quite bad food. Under Fidel's rule, that's the way it was. Bless him.
It's like a cargo cult version of Chinese food here. Dumplings. A Szechuan chicken dish that's about as Szechuan as, well, I am.
What's going to happen? What's next?
The uptick in tourism just after the December 17th announcement, the surprise announcement by Raul and Obama, in which they said, we've decided to make friends again. The surge in tourism and American interest in Cuba is like this. You now have an island where every room is for rent because you can make $30 or $40 a day. That's more than a state employee makes in 3 months.
There will be wealthy hipsters, women in tiny black dresses drinking ironic riffs on the mojito in the lobby of the spanking new W Hotel with oons, oons, oons in the background.
Yeah.
And that's within 5 years.
Yeah, I would say so.
Will every Cuban have an inalienable right to free medical care and education at that time?
That's what they're worried about. The last time I was here, which was in 2013, I counted 8 to 10 homeless, garbage-eating people in the street. And I thought, wow, I've never seen that before in Cuba. That's something the old Cuba, the socialist Cuba that could look after all of its citizens, would never have allowed. It's allowing it now. This period we're here in, it's the lull before it all hits. The train is coming. It's either going to roar by and they're going to be able to jump on and go with it, or it's going to derail and it'll be a mess. All of it's possible.
You see me? Pregúntale si quiere probar el arroz para que me diga cómo está.
Yeah, my mom is asking me if you would like to taste the rice.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Like a lot of Cubans, Yosemi Rodriguez lives in the same working-class neighborhood where she was born.
I live with my mom, my sister, and my niece. Of course, I would like to have my own bedroom, but there are people who don't even have a house.
You were a translator, is that correct? And you are now a journalist?
Yeah, well, I've been writing for Havana Times, and then I write also for Diario de Cuba, which is another independent website.
She struggles to eke out a living in an industry where the state firmly controls all media.
What subjects in particular are of interest to you?
The racial issue?
Racial disparity. Now,
Yeah,
this is something that the revolution promised to address.
Their main mistake was to state that they had eradicated racism, that just like it could be eradicated just like that. On the street, for instance, policemen, the first people they stop is black people. If you're black, you are a potential criminal.
Her mom, Rosa, prepared a cabbage stew with carrots, tomatoes, and green beans for her, as Yosemi is a rare vegetarian on an island where pork is king.
Oh, fantastic. Look at that.
And for us, pork marinated in garlic, onion, and sour orange.
Please tell your mom it's superb, really excellent.
Mami, sé que está bueno. Está muy bueno, sí.
Thank you. You have a very highly educated public here, one of the most literate nations on earth.
That's funny. We are highly educated, as you said, but we are behind concerning internet and all that stuff. Most of us have access to only the official media, the official newspaper. If internet comes, and I think the government is trying to delay it, if that comes, many things will change. People who will have access to different points of view. And I don't think our government wants that.
If everything goes well, what will Havana be like? What will this neighborhood be like in 5 years?
You know, having a prosperous society doesn't guarantee that it's the same for everyone. You know, you see these people who have been able to use opportunities to open businesses, to open successful restaurants. Those opportunities are there, but I cannot use them because I don't have money. I don't think it is possible to have a perfect society, but I think it is possible to try. How you like the food?
Oh, it's delicious, really good. Thank you.
All Cuba seems waiting for something, for whatever it is that happens next. Today, that's the roar of Detroit's finest, circa 1959 and before, of course. American dream machines tricked out, babied, pampered, jury-rigged, or simply held together with duct tape and baling wire.
Nice. What's under the hood?
Motores americanos V8 cilindros.
V8 American engines.
We buy spares. We bring spares from America.
Lo único que pensamos nosotros, el 90% de la semana es en nuestros carros.
All we think about through the week is our machines, our V8 engines, you know. Car racing in Cuba, they love it here as much as they love baseball.
Whoa, that's serious.
Los Amigos de Motor are die-hard gearheads, drag racers who for more than 20 years have been defying the law and escaping the grind of daily life by pressing pedal to the metal and hurtling down the highway faster, faster, fast as they can go.
They just find the best part of the day when there is not so much traffic. You get hundreds and hundreds of people on both sides of the road.
Now, before, it was absolutely illegal.
It's always been illegal. It's only the last couple of weeks that we're going to get sponsorship from the Ministry of Sports.
Everything is changing. It's entirely possible that soon you'll be able to order any part, any car in the world. You can have it tomorrow. What would it be?
Corvette.
Corvette. Which year?
¿De qué año?
Es bueno.
Ok, vamos entonces a hacerlo, Víctor. Cierre calle y carro y seguridad para todo el mundo. Vamos.
Córdoba, lejana y sola, jaca negra.
Cuba is not Havana. It's a bigger country than you might imagine. And the road to Santiago de Cuba, the country's second largest city, takes you 12 hours on their less than modern highway system. Along the way, you see agrarian Cuba, the country in which most Cubans lived pre-revolution.
Santiago, Santiago, oye Santiago.
Santiago is a poorer city. It's blacker. And unlike Havana, the symbols and faces of the revolution still seem to mean something. These brutalist prefab workers' housing complexes are everywhere here. And at first glance, hell, at second glance, they look like something you'd house animals in. But for many, previously living even poorer, harsher lives in the countryside, these offered something new. Each group of buildings came with a doctor, a school. Still, they look about as grim can be. Yet, Santiago is anything but grim. Siboney Beach is where locals go on the weekend to kick back with family, drink the best rum in Cuba, which means the best rum anywhere, swim, hang with family and friends.
Hola, gentlemen. We will be needing some vasos.
Raymel is our local fixer. Ruben is in the bar business. Sergio rents rooms to the occasional tourist. Everybody getting by, making the adjustment to private enterprise Cuba in their own way.
Until a few years ago, you couldn't rent or sell, right?
No, era diferente. Ya tiene años ya la renta.
A long time ago, it was allowed to rent a house, but no sell and buy.
What kind of fish is this?
Dorado.
It's huge.
It's good.
Fresh-caught dorado and lobster is on the menu.
Do they think this is going to change? I mean, look, we've all been following the news.
Vamos a tener un turismo que nunca hemos tenido. Turismo norteamericano.
Right. Half an hour away. I mean, they can basically take a boat over for lunch. What do you think Americans want?
No sabemos nada.
They have no idea because they know because never touched the American tourists before.
It's looking good now, man. Good rum, cold beer, good fish, good lobster. You'll be needing a blender for pina coladas.
Si no hay máquina, la vamos a hacer como
If they have not machine, they're gonna do it by hand.
Don't put it this way, my friend. You're going to be making a lot of pina coladas. I think you're going to need the machine.
No hay piel, no hay costilla. fumigando insectos. Y el music, el académico, no se maten más. TNT, la resistencia. Hace boom, 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 mi latido en tu conciencia.
Nighttime is party time, where everybody, it appears, at least from when I was there, hit the streets. Mom, dad, sis, even grandma get, well, crazy. Used to be son and trova that ruled the streets. This was where those musical styles were born after all, but now it's reggaeton and, of course, hip-hop.
No me mataron ni las balas ni los bobos, yo soy a prueba de todo, protección espiritual. La misma plaga sigue siendo quien los mata, tienen la boca muy grande y el cerebro minimal.
Alain Garcia is the leader of the Santiago-based hip-hop trio, TNT, La Resistencia.
We've been making hip-hop for 15 years, which is quite difficult here in Cuba. We've been in jail 3 days once just for make hip-hop.
Súbele el volumen, voy a rapear como un loro. Deja lo que fluye, el ritmo habla por sí solo. Este es MC, yo Papa Flow aquí en la sierra, el asesino de los chotas, el perro de todas esas perras, rodillas, muñeca, se lo manda.
Definitely it's a change in Cuba, but I don't think it's because the relation with the United States are getting better. It's because the people just realize we need to change. We still want a kind of society where everyone participates, everyone determining the future of the society.
So, born and bred, Santiago, where the good rum comes from.
Exactly.
So tell me, music business in Santiago. What are you doing?
Music here is more important than the plate of food. When it's carnival, sometimes the people doesn't have money for a proper food, but they got money for like a jar of beer and just enjoying that beer in a place with music.
How much American hip-hop do you get here?
We get actually quite a lot. Just my friends. If someone came from outside, that one passed to me and I passed to my friends, and that's it. It's hand by hand. In the beginnings, in the 90s, we started making hip-hop here. And we get a lot of troubles. Hip-hop came from the States. They're like everlasting enemy of the revolution.
Right.
So you're making a music, a protest music.
Right.
So we've been a couple times in jail, just for songs.
So now you can make money performing?
Yeah.
You can maybe make money selling...
CDs in the streets, but actually right now, more possibilities are coming. When the opportunity to promote the music, when the opportunity to have access to internet, free access, I mean.
That's gonna be the biggest thing.
Yeah. If you want to spend your holidays properly in Cuba, just come down to Santiago.
All right.
We got a couple of things to show to the world.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man. Go Santiago.
Hola.
Hola.
Let's do it. Hi, I'm Tony.
My name is George.
How long have you been driving a taxi?
For more than 20 years.
Mostly Cubans or tourists?
No, tourists, most of them Spanish, Italy, even people from Canada, a lot of Canadian people.
You from Santiago?
Yes, I was born in Santiago. I was saying in Spanish, Santiago. I used to live in Russia for 6 years. I studied there.
Really?
Yeah, I was really young, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah? Because it must be cold there.
No, could you imagine the difference? Cuba and Russia, snow. First time I saw snow, I sent to my mom a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
Holding snow, throwing snow.
So what were you studying in Russia?
Mechanic engineer.
That's so you went from engineering to taxi driving.
Yes. In 1990, the Russian left us alone. We got in trouble with the economy, so I have to change my job.
So it looks like the embargo might end. You know, a lot of money going to start coming to Cuba.
Oh.
You think it's going to change?
I think that the American businessmen will invest in Cuba, and that will be good for everyone.
How about going back to engineering?
You know, that will depend on how much they will pay.
Right, okay.
What next for Cuba? Something is coming. It will come from out there, but also from within Cuba. It's already happening. But what is it? Everybody knows, everybody can feel it. It smells like freedom. But will it be victory?